Hello and welcome to the International Pentagon Challenge. My name is Kyanite and together we'll be embarking on a very special Football Manager journey where we'll aim to try and win every major international competition in all 5 continents, forcing our hand to play with hundreds of different types of players and most importantly hopefully create loads of awesome different types of tactics along the way. Once that's complete, only then are we allowed to set our sights on the biggest of all goals, the FIFA World Cup. How many nations will we have to manage until we work our way to the top? How many dodgy names will we have to pronounce along the way? So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Okay, hello everyone and welcome to episode 17 of the International Pentagon Challenge. Recorded right after the last episode. Still ill, still sore throat. All these African Cup of Nations episodes, I'm going to be ill. So, yeah. Obviously it wasn't an ideal result against Zimbabwe, where we only drew 0-0. And given that Zimbabwe are 110th in the world, as you can probably guess, it wasn't an ideal result. Which is really disappointing because under my management so far, we've really not put much of a foot wrong in competitive matches other than the 1-0 loss against Morocco, where we were very unfortunate to lose. So, yeah, we've now got Ghana, who are 20th in the world, and to be honest, I'm expecting to lose this game. I feel like what we've got to hope is that Algeria can't beat Zimbabwe. Well, I mean, let's be honest, Algeria ain't going to lose against Zimbabwe. But if Zimbabwe can manage a draw against Algeria, then we can beat Algeria. That would just about be enough to put us in second place. If we lose against Ghana, then we would basically have to beat Algeria and hope that we've got a better goal difference. So, yeah, we kind of needed to win that Zimbabwe game given how tough our group is. But we can't sit and dwell on the past. We have to focus on the future. And we're expecting Ghana to be playing with a 4-4-2 with an inverted winger on the right-hand side. So I do feel like if we go with a winger out on the left-hand side and play a little bit wider, there will be space that we can exploit. Especially given that they play Daniel Partey on the as right-back, or according to our scouts they do, which is going to be interesting. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the game. And as always, we'll tweak as things kind of happen. We're going to start off with our slightly more standard approach of our 4-2-4. And, yeah, it's difficult because I'll show you guys what I mean. So, Andre Ayew, Premier League player, we know a fair bit about him. Selassie, can roughly see what type of player he is. Duncan, meh. So, you know, like, looking at some of these Ghana players, now they look a lot better than our players, but we do have some information about them, but it's still, it's one of the things about international management. To be fully honest, it's why I wanted to do this type of save, because it just adds to the challenge, right? But okay, I'll see you guys in the stadium. Okay, so we've got the two Ayew brothers playing. Ayew is going to be more of an inverted kind of inside forward style winger. So I do feel like with Geraldo playing as a winger out here, and Amati not really naturally being a right back, that is potentially something we can look to. Amati, sorry, did I say Partey? I mean, they've got Partey at centre-back. He can play centre-back, to be fair, but you probably don't want him playing centre-back. So maybe that'll work okay with regards to our crossing game. We'll have to wait and see. Rahman is very fast on the left-hand side. Yeah, we'll try and exploit this side, basically. We're going to have to make sure we defend deep because their front line is incredibly fast. And we're going to look to hit them on the counter-attack. Is how we're going to have to play. Hopefully, Panya's actually put his passing boots on today. Yeo Kamada returns to the side after serving his suspension. And Mata comes in at right mid just because of the extra defensive attributes he brings to the table. Let's hope we can at least get a point. And just to note kind of what I was talking about, so we are going to just basically look to try and exploit the left flank a little bit better. Sorry, I'm using the wrong tactic here. So, yeah. Exploit left flank. Just hopefully that'll help us get the ball to Geraldo a little bit more. And, yeah, we go from there. Here we go then. Captain having a word with the rest of the boys, telling them that result against Zimbabwe was nowhere near good enough, to be honest. And we're going to do incredibly well to get anything from this game against Ghana. However, what I will say is we've beat Morocco, you know, under my management, and we're a good team. So all we can really do is just wait and see what happens. Duncan came into this game actually not too match fit. I saw that when doing opposition instructions, so it's interesting to see that he's picked up a knock already. Andre Ayew to Jordan. Duncan shoots, and despite his injury, can't find the back of the net. But it was good football from Ghana. It's absolutely spot on from the commentator. Okay, that was a bit of an awkward pass. Panya is waiting for runners, really. Geraldo picks it up on the left-hand side, is going to manage to whip the ball in, and there we go. So I did anticipate that Partey, not naturally being a centre-back, could struggle aerially, and that looked potentially like a struggle. Panya, once again, is going to find Bastos, who isn't 100% fit himself. He's like coming to this game on like 86%, I think. So up against the really pacey, I just knew that was going to be offside. I've seen this highlight a gazillion times before. So yeah, knowing how pacey, I want to say Ghana's front line is, but to be fair, their whole team in general, from a physical, I mean, these top African sides in general seem to just be physically amazing. So yeah, it's always going to have to be something we're wary of, and Bastos could come off for Amalho in the second half. So it's just going to really have to end up being something we keep an eye on. And I know we play relatively direct and whatnot, so if anyone's thinking, why do we put so much of an emphasis on passing out the back? Oh, come on. Well, the reason we put so much of an emphasis on passing out the back is because not only is Bastos a ball-playing defender, go on, shoot. Ah, shit, they could hit us on counter-attack here. Not only is he a ball-playing defender, but it was really experimental, or good tackle, when it started off. And even against good sides like Morocco and Ghana, we've been able to pass out the back, which in my opinion is always a better option when you don't necessarily have like Andy Carroll up front to almost guarantee that you would recycle possession. Duncan's not looking great, you know, so I am going to try and basically kill him. If I can force him into an early substitution, then that's fine with me. Geraldo, mate, what the flying fluff was that? That was a mess. Okay, let's just pretend that never happened. Just the fact they hit the post as well. Go on, mate. Thank you. He's offside, isn't he? Play that across goal. Geraldo, the architect. Geraldo, like, completely fucked up at the other end. Ghana hit the post from it, and 30 seconds later, we've done that. Oh, football. Football, ladies and gents, football. Concentrate now. So look at us now, trying to play out the back. We just can. Well, okay, not when you... Why do you do that? Oh, it drives me mad when they do that. Because it's like, passing out the back is for us to bloody keep a hold of the ball, and then he just goes and does something stupid like that. So, given that we've you know, just kind of taken the lead, I'm just going to tell him retain possession for a bit. This playing out the back could end up being something we change because they do play with two strikers, but so far we've been okay with it, especially when we can play through balls like that. Oh. That was it, boys. Oh! Amati. It's Duncan again. It's like very similar to the goal we conceded when we beat Morocco 3-1. It was Amrabat that like scored it from 35 yards. Maybe it's a sign that we... Go on. I'm so focused on these Africa Cup of Nations games, coupled with my sore throat, that I'm like, I don't even know what I'm even saying at the moment. Duncan is controlling the game. Oh yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Yeah, he is controlling the game, to be fair. He's had a good game. We're approaching half-time. I don't want to concede before the break, even though it's looking likely. Alright, we go again. We go in search of the equalizer and win a corner. We've not played badly at all. Quagika again. You know, you get the big centre-back up front, and it just feels like if the centre-back can't get a decent header in the back of the net, then our strikers ain't going to stand a chance of doing it. Go on, Gelson, Panya, Gelson, and Zola, Geraldo, Panya. Oh. Head. It's like Duncan has so much time and space on the ball. Always, man. Hell, he gets the assist. Right, so to be honest, at the moment, like, I'm a little bit baffled. I mean, I could sit and try and come up with something specific, but I feel like until we get it at 3-2, there's no point trying to exploit the fact they are playing a 4-4-2. We need a goal, and we need to stick with what has evidently, to an extent, been somewhat working. And that has been getting balls into the box, and it's looked like we've gotten close to creating chances from it. So I'm still going to rely on the wide men to play the wide balls through, but to make up for this gap in midfield, I'm going to get these guys involved a lot more centrally. Bolito comes on simply due to his basically technical ability, just playing behind a front two. Maybe he can help us thread the ball into the box. But other than that, I'm out of ideas. At 2-1, it's a very, very different game to 3-1. So, yeah, and hopefully, I don't know. We can keep Duncan quiet, but who does he play for? He's been Milan. Alfred Duncan. Should I have heard of him? He plays for Sassuolo in real life. I mean, I can't see his stats, but he's played like an absolute god so far, has to be said. And Zola's also changed to be a target man as well, as you can probably see. And we've put float crosses on to try and get the best out of him. We've got a penalty. Gelson will take the penalty. And that was exactly what the doctor ordered. So Gelson, if you score this, right, you will get knighted in Angola. And he does. I'm not quite sure why he's celebrating. He should be picking that ball up. We've also gone to an attacking mentality, as you can probably tell. And now, you know, this is a tough one now. Where do we go from here? It still feels like a point isn't necessarily enough, but tighten up and get a point against Ghana and then beat Algeria for the final game. Can we see how Algeria are doing? Latest scores. Algeria currently 1-1. Okay, Algeria currently 1-1 with Zimbabwe. So I feel like that puts less pressure on us to actually need to win this game. If we can draw this game, I'd be relatively happy. And I feel like the way we're playing right now puts us more at risk of conceding than it does actually scoring a goal. So time to make more changes. It's nice to see these changes lasted long, didn't they? Okay, so we've gone back to like kind of the usual approach, but it's going to be more of a 4-2-3-1. Bella's going to come on because in the build-up to qualification, he's been a really important player for us. Panya's going to become a deep-line playmaker on defend, Bolito with more of a license to roam on support, and Geraldo now moves in from the wing into the middle of the park, just try and give us that kind of extra man, if that makes sense. Panya's going to specifically be told to mark... Oh, mate, what's he called? Duncan, and because Duncan kind of plays on the other side, I'm going to now swap these two around. There we go. Yeah, looking to get that ball towards the left hand side, where we've had a lot of luck, to be fair, and Paisa's been told to attack as well to provide another option down that side. We're going to be on a standard mentality. We're probably going to slowly build it up as the game progresses, and we'll go from there. It's really, really important that we stop Duncan kind of just strolling through midfield, which hopefully, you know, packing the midfield with an extra person should allow us to do. I feel like we've got versatility with the players we currently have on the pitch as well. So as the game progresses, if we feel like we need to kind of increase the number of forward-thinking players we have, what are we doing? It's not the end of the world. And Gelson's now a poacher. Because see, they spit a lot of men forward there. So with Gelson just remaining on kind of the shoulder of the last defender, that should hopefully leave us in good stead. Da Costa is going to pick the ball up. Finds Gelson, who finds a run of Mata, but he's just offside. I think we would benefit as well from being a little less direct. We were a little bit wasteful, I feel, in the first half with some of our passing. We have upped our defensive line a little bit. It certainly is causing us problems. And as much as I hate to say it, we might have to drop it again. We might have to drop it again, or even go for something like this. Panya will become a ball winner. He's not really an ideal ball winner. Let's drop that a little bit as well, and see if we can mount an attack or two. Even though, you know, they're told to try and get more attacks down that left-hand side, it seems like every time we have some sort of comprehensive highlight, it's coming down the right-hand side where Da Costa is. I'm even tempted to put the thing on bloody full game. That was John Terry-esque with his head. Good tackle. Good tackle. We're just not winning that. We're getting the initial tackle, but then it's just like, well, then what? Come on. Get moving. Gelson finds Clinton Mata. Has a man overlapping in the form of Da Costa, who trips over himself. You know, when you're the gaffer on the touchline, seeing your player doing that, I'm not really sure if there's much you can do when your player is basically tripping over himself. If you get where I'm coming from. So, yeah. Tell them to be more expressive now. You know, as we approach and get closer and closer to the end of the game, we are going to have to start getting wider, start getting more attacking players on. It's a real good tackle from Amati. I'd probably be looking at this result as a positive result if we'd actually beat Zimbabwe. Because to put 2 goals past Ghana would have been a decent achievement, I think. Being brutally honest. Okay, here we go then. So, time to get pumping, boys. That's all I can really say right now. Hope something comes of it. I mean, I know we've got just under 80 minutes to go. You might think it's a little bit overkill, but I mean, what's the Algeria score right now? Okay, here's what I'm thinking right now. So if Algeria draw that and we lose this, it puts us bottom of the group with them on 1 more point than us. But if we beat them, we obviously finish above them, and I expect Ghana to beat Zimbabwe because that would leave us on 4 points. I'm just thinking whether we can afford to go this attacking and potentially ruin our goal difference. But I think we can. I think we can, because getting a point here would mean we can potentially get a point against them, and it could leave us with a better goal. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know, and I've got an A level in maths, so come on, get that ball forward. It's all theoretical right now, because I'm trying to think about goal difference, but goal difference may not even come down to goal difference. You know what I mean? I think focus on getting as many points as you can first, and worry about goal difference when goal difference does become a problem. So yeah, they're starting to go 5 in midfield now, seeing how many men we've pushed forward. They've not actually gone 5 in midfield, they're still 4-4-2, okay. So they brought on an attacking midfielder. Right, let's let's get players forward and get the equalizer, shall we? I don't really know what to say. These are difficult. Oh, what's that pass? Oh, what even is that pass? Oh, bloody hell, he keeps it in. It was like Messi at the weekend for that 3rd goal. Oof, over the bar, but of course it's offside. don't know what to do now. Okay. I didn't actually think we would get a goal. We've got a goal. We must not mess this up now. At any costs. Pretty self-explanatory what's going on now, right? I'll put work ball into box on as well, so it slows down when we get the ball at the other end of the pitch. We've just got to try and hold on to the ball now. We've got 5 minutes to go. I think one more shout to tell them to just tighten up, and we're all right. Knowing our luck, Algeria probably just scored against Zimbabwe as well. Let's just hope that isn't the case, shall we? We should be retaining possession as well. I just realised that's summer I forgot to select. Oh, don't give the ball away. I don't get it, like, I'm a Blackburn fan. If I sing the Richie Smallwood song, will that stop us from giving the ball away? Oh, hey, oh. We got Clinton Mata. Oh, hey, oh. He is the king of Angola. Oh, hey, oh. He never gives the ball away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hey, oh. Don't you dare concede. Don't you dare give away a penalty. Oh. Why can't we play it simple when we get the ball? This is what I don't understand. I just want to go to key highlights, like, I can't stand to see any more of this. You defend. You here. You here. You defend. You defend. I'm really taking the piss now, but I can't emphasise how important a point is here. I'd probably be a little bit more laid back if we'd beat Zimbabwe in this kind of scenario. And it won't let me team talk to him either. Like, since when was there a restriction on being able to shout from the touchline? Get rid? Get rid. Get rid. Take your time, lad. No rush. Watch him get tackled by, like, Jordan Ayew. Ain't no party like a Thomas party. Now waste time. Waste time. Let me tell him to tighten up. Oh, he's hoofing it. He's just giving the ball back to him. I mean, I know I've not got anyone up front, but come on. Safe. Nice. Nice. Okay, this is what I want. Nice. Now run. Just run it to the corner flag. All on your own. Good. We've got a throw in now. Can I tell him to tighten up, please? Nope, okay. I really want to just be able to bollock him off the touchline. And, okay, that's full time. And Algeria drew. Islam Slimani got their equalizer. Mahachi, who, to be fair, was very good against us, got Zimbabwe's goal. And even though it bit us in the backside a little bit, that Zimbabwe got a draw against us, they've kind of made up for it by drawing against Algeria. So I think I've got to be honest and tell him it was a good comeback. Well, fuck it, he's getting dropped for the next game. As we probably saw there, Group D-wise, we are currently in second place. Now, we have to assume that Ghana will beat Zimbabwe, which really means that it's a must-win for us against Algeria, or we can draw against them, because we should still go through on goal difference. Yeah. Oh, results between teams, yeah. So if we draw against them, that would, well, a 0-0 draw, 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, we'd still have a higher goal difference than them because, wait, actually, no, we're all on an equal goal difference. Yeah, so we'd have more goals scored than them, sorry. Why am I saying goal difference? Goals scored, yeah. Oh, God. I guess I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe button. What a game.